Welcome to my channel. The atmosphere inside the CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska crackled with anticipation. There was electricity in the crowd, palpable, rising with every passing second. Every eye in the arena locked on the ring. Terence Crawford was about to defend his WBO lightweight championship against Cuba's Yuriorkis Gamboa, an Olympic gold medalist and former world champion. This was more than just a title fight. It was a proving ground for Crawford, who was stepping into the spotlight in front of his hometown fans, eager to show the world he wasn't just a rising contender. He was something more. As the referee brought them together and gave final instructions, the cheers swelled to a crescendo. The bell rang, and the first round began. Gamboa came out with bounce in his step, alert, sharp, eyes darting for openings. Crawford, composed and patient, didn't rush. He circled, studied, and flicked out a jab. That jab caught Gamboa slightly off balance early on, a subtle but telling moment. Crawford didn't press. He stayed on the outside, showing that he was content to box at range and read his opponent. Gamboa, known for his speed and explosive bursts, tried to find his rhythm, but Crawford's calmness underlined a deeper confidence. He knew that time was on his side. In those opening rounds, it was Gamboa who brought the energy. A good right hand on the inside found its way to Crawford's face, and the Cuban fighter showed he wasn't just here to make up the numbers. He came to win. The crowd roared in response, not in fear, but excitement. They could sense this was going to be a battle. Gamboa pressed forward again, loading up on a right hand that just missed. He was taking risks, trying to dictate terms. Crawford switched to southpaw briefly, but got clipped, a reminder that against a fighter like Gamboa, mistakes don't go unpunished. Despite the early exchanges, Crawford maintained composure. He was testing the waters, adjusting, calculating. His corner wasn't rattled. Neither was he. This wasn't just a physical contest. It was a chess match unfolding in real time. Gamboa had dealt with taller fighters before, but Crawford wasn't just any tall lightweight. He was special, ambidextrous, fluid, and fearless. He began asserting himself more clearly by the end of the fourth round. A light right hand followed by a left caught Gamboa's attention. His cheekbones started to puff up. Crawford wasn't throwing in high volume yet, but when he did let his hands go, he was accurate, crisp, and menacing. Then came the fifth round, and with it, the first major turning point. Crawford came out more aggressive, planting his feet and letting his hands go with more authority. He hurt Gamboa with his short left hand, then followed it up with a crushing combination that sent the Cuban reeling. Crawford smelled blood and pressed. The crowd could feel the momentum shift. Gamboa staggered, slid to his right, and got caught again. And then, a perfectly timed left hand put him on the canvas. Gamboa wasn't seriously hurt, but the message was clear. Crawford found his timing, and he wasn't going to let it go. Gamboa, ever the warrior, answered the bell for the sixth round with fire in his eyes. He came forward with reckless courage, trying to reclaim control. The ring had become slick with water near one of the corners, and he slipped more than once, but he never stopped throwing. Crawford, taller and sharper, used his range and timing to keep landing meaningful shots. The exchanges were furious. Gamboa's heart was on full display, but Crawford was imposing his skill and strength with each passing second. The precision of Crawford's counters began to wear Gamboa down. The crowd, roaring with every flurry, could sense the end inching closer. In the eighth round, Gamboa landed a few good shots in a desperate attempt to turn the tide, but he left himself open. Crawford, timing a perfect counter, landed a crisp left followed by a powerful right that sent Gamboa down again. His knee touched the canvas, and the referee had no choice but to count. Again, Gamboa rose. His courage was breathtaking. The crowd, though clearly backing their hometown hero, offered a murmur of respect for the Cuban's resolve. He refused to quit. But Crawford wasn't just surviving, he was thriving. The replay of the second knockdown showed Crawford's brilliance in full, a calm reaction under fire, pivoting away from danger and unleashing a combination with brutal accuracy. Gamboa was beginning to slow, his punches looping wider, his defense opening up. Crawford, now operating at peak efficiency, stalked with menace, switching stances seamlessly, never losing focus. The ninth round began, and it was clear Gamboa was behind. He needed a miracle, and he knew it. He attacked again, refusing to go quietly. But Crawford met him head-on, landing an uppercut that buckled the Cuban's knees. A vicious left hook sent Gamboa to the canvas for the third time. He got up barely. The referee gave him one more chance. As soon as the fight resumed, Crawford pounced. Gamboa, dazed and stumbling, tried to fight back, but his legs were gone. A final crushing left hand put him down once more, and this time, the referee didn't wait. He waved it off. The crowd exploded. Crawford, still composed, walked calmly to his corner, gloves raised. It was done. He had defended his title in spectacular fashion. He hadn't just won. He had arrived as a force on the world stage. What had begun as a tense, tactical affair evolved into a brutal, brilliant statement of dominance. As the ring announcer's voice echoed through the arena, the verdict was a formality. The winner by knockout victory. Still the WBO lightweight champion of the world. The fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, Terence "Bud" Crawford. The fans stayed on their feet. The energy hadn't waned. If anything, it had grown. This wasn't just a boxing match. It was a coronation. A local hero had stepped into the ring, tested himself against an elite, undefeated opponent, and emerged victorious in front of 10,000 screaming fans. Long after the final bell, the memory of that night would stay with everyone in the building. A fighter had not only retained his title, but cemented his place among the best in the sport. He had done it with poise, intelligence, power, and heart. And for those who were there, for those who watched from home, it was clear a star had been born. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more update.